Good morning, everyone. I am late, well, sort of late. It's 8:10 in the morning, so the reason why is, if you can see that, but it's grey, so it's not going to be hot today, maximum of about 16 degrees, so I'm not worried about the heat. And the rain, it is what it is. It looks like it's going to rain from about midday onwards, which, you know, given past performance, probably means it's going to start to rain in 2 seconds flat. Hopefully not as bad as it was last night. So, I'm going the wrong way down the Camino because we're going to the boulangerie to pick up some pain au chocolat and sandwich for lunch. Good news is yesterday I walked without any anti-inflammatories at all. I've still got enough for 18 days in my bag. So we'll do it again today, see how the feet feel. If they start to hurt again, we'll take more medication. So I'm going to find food and then we'll be on the way. Today is 27 kilometres to a town called Pimbo, so hopefully we won't get too late. Any little town that invests its money in a big library gets my vote of confidence. So, on yesterday's video, Greg Lead asked, how do you find your way around the Camino? And there's a couple of different ways to do it. Here in Aire sur they have these, which is the first time I've seen them. So that's the symbol of the Camino. Wait for the truck. That's the symbol of the Camino and a yellow arrow telling you where to go. That's not how it's normally done in France. And once we get out in the countryside, I'll show you how it's done. So when you come up to a junction like this, you look to see for a sign, and they're put in places where you'd expect them to be. So there's one right here with the yellow arrow pointing left. So that means we go this way. They put the signs pretty much where you'd expect them to be. They're not trying to hide them. So occasionally it's a bit tricky. I think yesterday or the day before I had one where I couldn't see a sign. The general rule is, my rule, not a pilgrim rule, but my rule is that if you're not sure, you walk for 5 minutes, because generally these symbols are spaced out every 3 minutes walking space, 3 or 4 minutes. 5 minutes would be unusual to go that far without seeing one. So you walk for 5 minutes. If you walk for 5 minutes paying attention and you don't see one, then you backtrack and look harder, basically. So this is a good example here of how it differs. So you got the symbol that we've been talking about up above, which is the one with the Camino symbol. This red and white symbol is what they call the GR65 here in France. So basically the Camino came first, then the Camino kind of fell into disuse, and the French, being the industrious outdoorsy people that they apparently actually are, used it as a walking track, and they've got tons of walking tracks all through France. It's a beautiful country to go on walking holiday to. So they used the Camino de Santiago as the GR65, and its symbol is that red and white line. And what that means, the two straight that they had there, just means you're on the right track, keep going straight ahead. And I'll show you the different symbols as we go today. So again, we come to a junction, and the sign is right there, and it tells us that we want to go right. So we go right, and then you'll see down here on this power pole we've got the more traditional symbol that tells you that you're going in the right direction. And again here a little bit further down, this is literally 2 minutes away, 1 minute away from where we were before. On the back of the street sign they've got the symbol saying straight ahead. So we're back in the countryside. Still on the road though. Though today, after all that rain yesterday, it's going to be muddy in the countryside, so road's not so bad.
From the desert's part, our rest to stretch is way from afar. Imagine this world, a view from it all. She
this is a good example of the old style, or the more traditional GR65 signs. So pretty obvious with the Camino sign, but the red and white points you to the left. That tells you that way. And then you've got a T-junction here, and you've got another sign up on this power pole that tells you that you want to go this way. So pretty obvious most of the time. I say that, I'll probably end up getting lost today, but there we go. Someone had a party. Oh, 50 years. Bless. Well, the weather has deteriorated. It's just murky and blech. It's that misty kind of rain that will get you wet eventually. So umbrella is up, and hopefully we'll find somewhere dry to have lunch. It got worse, quite a bit worse. I'm getting quite wet. Blech.
Won't you want my mind?
It is 10:45 in the morning. The situation has not improved. It is still raining a lot, but we have umbrella. I am wet. My shorts are soaked, pockets soaked. Moved the phone to the safety of the bag. But we keep walking, just making sure I'm not going to miss a sign. So yeah, it is what it is. Well, it's 11:10. The rain stopped. Yay! I'm totally soaked. Boo! Well, I'm not totally soaked. Everything from the waist down is basically written off, but the shoes seem to have held up well. My feet aren't wet, or at least I don't think they are, but it's a little chilly. I highly recommend, if you're going to do the French part of the way, bring something I forgot, which are the covers for your trousers, and also you can buy these cape things that cover your backpack as well. Mine is waterproof. How waterproof we'll find out this afternoon, but yeah, I think a bit more wet weather gear would have been a good idea for me, but at least the rain stopped now. I think it's going to rain again some more, but got about another 5 hours of walking to do, so I'm doing quite a brisk pace. We'll break where we can, but I don't want to get caught out in the rain, and getting to Pimbo or Pomps or wherever we're going earlier will give me more time to dry out, which would be quite nice. 11:20. Turns out rain stopping was more of a brief interlude. Quick situation update. It got really windy, so no, I can't use my umbrella. It's a good day. Enjoying myself. It's great. Well, guys, as you can see, sanctuary. Oh my God, that turned into more of a storm than I expected. We're a bit close to the Pyrenees, and that was pretty intense. Everything that I'm wearing is wet. My shoes are full of water. The coat, it did nothing. Well, it helped a bit. The shirt will dry quite quickly. It's a fast-drying shirt. But we're in the little town of, according to my book, Miramont-Sensacq. We're in their church, which is A, a lovely church that I will show you in a second, and B, nice and warm, which is great. So yeah, literally sanctuary. There are hotels in Egypt top here. I've come 18 kilometres. The idea was to go 27 today. Given the weather, it's not going to happen. It's really windy. So yeah, just crossing fields with no shelter means you get very, very wet very, very quickly. So I'm going to dry out a wee bit in here, and then head down into the town, find somewhere to stay tonight, and get dry and warm. I found the gîte and they have room for me, so I'm staying here tonight. And they have a magic machine that dries shoes.
Didn't even really wanna go. If you get me out, you get me. There's so many
Dinner time is over, which was quite nice. We need an early night tonight. Apparently it's going to rain again tomorrow from 11 o'clock. Though there's blue sky out there at the moment. It's cold as well. It's about 11 degrees instead of 31. So I was very much not prepared for today. I am better prepared now. So the plan is to get up early in the morning, walk as far as we can before 11. We only went 18 kilometres today instead of 27, so we are 9 kilometres behind. And as you know, we're a little short on time, so we will try and make up for it over the next couple of days. I won't go too overboard. So that's it. I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you all have a good night. So good night.